Hey Star Wars fans, Budget Jedi here. I'm giving you guys a look at some of the projects that I have going on right now. A couple of collaborations. And I thought since the weather is kind of getting nice around my area, it'd be a good opportunity to do some Endor scenes. Wanted to share with you some ideas that I've got brewing. And this one in particular, with the help of Madwoba. There's lots of plants and trees and shrubs going around my area, so we've got plenty of good material to work with. So the first idea that I wanted to share with you is actually making a display for this C-3PO out of the Legacy line that came with that Ewok chair. And I think this is definitely one of the least appreciated figures out there. I got this on clearance at Target, I believe, for $4.50. So, you know, one of my favorite looking figures with accessories, so wanted to use that. Obviously, a display with the flying C-3PO would require some Ewoks, and I've counted here, I've got not more than 7 Ewoks, and that's including the baby Liktar over there. And so what I did was I called Madwoba and I asked him if I could borrow some of his Ewoks for this display, and he sent me this box, so let's go ahead and open that up. Alright, here is what's on loan from Madwoba. Thank you so much for sending me this. I recognize these 2 logs from the ATST Target exclusive Endor Battle Pack, which will save me so much work. Thank you so much, my friend. And check out how organized this is. It's got all the names of the Ewoks. You know, I'm not a big-time Ewok collector, so I really wouldn't know the names. So I really appreciate some of these are obviously vintage, you could tell. You got Tebow there and Logray. So this is perfect. Alright, this time I went to the dollar store. It's summertime, so they've got lots of garden stuff. I picked up a couple of things here. $1 worth of spool of wick thread, which is actually called sizzle twine. And if you look at it up close, you can see that it's actually perfect for Ewok Village type of setup. I got that. That was $1. Also, I got this sort of fiber pot. You can like grow things in here. I don't know if you guys ever seen this. You can get like 2 of this for $1. And let's see. It's actually called coconut fiber liner. There you go. It's made out of coconut fibers. I don't know about you guys, but when I see this, I think Ewok Village roof. You know, like roofing material. It's perfect for this. And also another $1 spent on what's called Spanish moss. So this kind of cut out a lot of work for me because usually I have to gather up moss in the park. But now they have this, you know, in fully dried form, and I'm thinking it's great for my Endor setup. So, you know, I don't know how this is all going to work yet, obviously. With all my videos, it's all done without planning. So, this is $3 spent, and here's some of the materials that I already have. I've got masking tape. I've got a bunch of, you know, twines and twigs. Make sure to not hurt any living trees. Got some rocks here, and of course I've got a whole bunch of cardboard for the setup. So this is all that I have to work with, and hopefully I can make something that I like for my display. Okay, in order to make the Ewok Village, I'm going to make 2 large trees, or tree trunks. I don't have any wood, obviously, so I took this cardboard piece and rolled it, as you can see there. And what I did was I put masking tape on there, and just wrinkled it. Basically, if you can see here closely, I just put it and pinched it in the middle. And just keep on repeating that. I'll do it all around this little stump, and that's gonna be my tree. I do need to color it, so I invested $3 in brown spray paint. Here I've made 2 pieces of large tree trunks. They don't look that good, but thinking after some brown spray paint, they'll look a little better. And here's the result. I don't know, what do you guys think? It's basically just brown with little shades of black. You know, I tried to make it darker because the brown paint that I had wasn't that dark, but you know, here as you can see, I didn't even finish it all the way. I just cared about one side of it, so I made 2 of them. Okay, and what I've done here, as you can see, is I made a cut in one of the logs and basically stuck a piece of cardboard in there. Very simple, and tried to make, you know, my own sort of Ewok tree. And I think the tedious or the boring part is already finished, and now I'm just gonna spend time making all of this look realistic. I'm even gonna put some twigs down here for support, looking like support, and you know, the whole setup's gonna be down here, and these 2 tree trunks are gonna be the background of the whole thing. And for my version of the Ewok hut, I'm not gonna do that much work because I'm too lazy. I am going to just cut, as you can see here, a piece of coconut fiber and stick this on my made up tree with some Elmer's glue, and you know, you're gonna get something like this. So it's definitely not movie accurate, of course, because you know, there's roofing material and there's other stuff, but if I just throw in some moss around it, I think that will look pretty good. Here's an example of what you can do with the sisal twine. As you can see here, I took a bunch of broken branches and just tied it together. You know, it's really easy, anyone can do it, and I just made myself a very small accessory that can go along with my Endor village. Like an Ewok can be carrying this around, you know, for winter or something. Okay, so here's my base. It's very simple. I just spray painted it black, and the setup's gonna look a little bit like this. And there you go. Here it is, my Ewok Village diorama. Actually, it's not fit to be called the Ewok Village diorama. Actually, rather it's the flying 3PO diorama. There you go. And I think this scene did happen somewhere inside the Ewok Village. This time, the commitment was $6 and 6 hours work time, not including waiting for the paint and glue, I guess. And just to remind you, my dioramas are not meant to teach anyone how to do something correctly. This is just how I would approach it, given the amount of time and money that I wanted to spend. And as you can see, having lots of Ewoks really helped out. So thank you very much, Mad Boba, for lending me some of these. And worked out just right though, because I wanted this display to focus on this scene. So I didn't want it to be too big. You know, I think it could have been a lot bigger, but I just wanted it to focus on that one part, as usual. And for C-3PO here, I don't know if you guys can see that. You probably can. There's black thread. I'm using black thread on the trees, and that's really why I wanted to make these 2 huge trees as an excuse to hold up C-3PO. It's a little bit playable. I made it so that it's kind of like, you guys see that? He can fly around. Look at 3PO freaking out. Alright. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. And I'm not sure how movie accurate this whole setup is. I kind of did it by memory. There's a closer look of Han Solo tied up with sizzle twine. And of course there's Luke using the Force. And there's Chewbacca and R2-D2. R2-D2 was, I think, tied up on a branch also, but I just didn't do it. I was lazy. Here's a little look at all the other guys here again. One of the cooler scenes, you know, while growing up, I was watching this and I was so in awe when C-3PO started flying. I was like thinking, Luke, it's such a genius. Now I'm using Princess Leia from the Power of the Force line. There's two versions of her. There's the red one and then there's the brown one right here. And I think the movie actually uses the brown one. That's the accurate movie accurate one, but I like the way the red one looks, and that's why I'm using her over there. And a lot of improvements can be made here, of course. These aren't the most accurate Ewok huts. I just sort of did it using whatever materials I purchased from the Dollar Tree. And this kind of setup, I would imagine, would be perfect for someone that has a lot of Ewoks, though. So I actually also, one thing I didn't mention was I used some glue on some of these joints. Instead of tying everything up using the sizzle twine, which got really boring and hard, I used glue, which worked out really well anyway. Even though I usually junk my dioramas, I do like them to be sturdy. As you can see there, I'm like playing with it and it does not fall off. It's very sturdy. So I like it to be one huge strong piece. And I'm gonna give you guys a look at the back here, just so you know. That's what it looks like in the back. Obviously using some stuff from the US Postal Office. And it's a little bit big. As you know, the trees are pretty much hollow. I've never really done anything organic before, like make a tree, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Did it work out? Any ideas, of course, would be welcomed in the comment section. Yeah, that's about it. I didn't really care much about, you know, making everything really accurate. Like, for example, the hanging floors here, I just used cardboard. I could have tried to make it more like wood, but I didn't want to focus on that just because I wanted to focus on using the figures to recreate the scene. And I think since I started my YouTube channel, my patience and skill have increased a bit, so that helped a lot. And I believe that about covers it. And as always, thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you guys on the next video. This is a message to Matt Woba. I know how nervous you get every time there's like a fire hazard, so I thought this would be a good opportunity. Oh man. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. A little bit more movie accurate. This is one of your Ewoks, by the way. Look at Han trying to just blow that off. Hope you're enjoying that. Okay.